Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now let's get into the video. Austin Butler has been turning heads with his portrayal of Elvis in a new movie, but there was a special someone who encouraged him into this role. In this video, we're talking about the person that inspired Austin Butler to play Elvis. Number 5. Experiencing similar sentiments. There are very few moments when an actor comes along and portrays a real-life celebrity to such a great extent as Austin Butler has done recently. Before he played the role of Elvis, he wasn't that well known in Hollywood, but now his movie and acting is making waves all over the internet. The critics cannot stop praising his performance in the movie, and there's a very touching reason as to why he was able to give such a great performance. Every actor needs some sort of inspiration in order to play a role to perfection, and the inspiration for Arnold was his mother. This was because she had passed away when Austin was just 23 years old. The reason this was inspired for him was that Elvis had felt a familiar emotional pain in his life. Austin later talked about it and said that Elvis was also 23 when his mother had departed from this world, and this was one of the reasons why he clicked into the role as perfectly as he did. When it came time for him to audition for the role, Austin sang the song Unchained Melody by Elvis, which touched upon the themes of grief. Number 4. Urging from ex-girlfriend.
You guys get married pretty soon?
There were multiple things that led to him getting the role of Elvis. Before he had even thought to audition for the role, he was on a drive through Griffith Park with his then girlfriend Vanessa Hudgens. During the drive, one of Elvis' songs came on the radio. The song was titled Blue Christmas, and when it started playing, Austin started singing along to it. Vanessa was so awestruck by this that she urged him to somehow play the role of Elvis in a movie. It was only after Vanessa had urged him to do so that he started to look into playing Elvis, which was when he came across the information that someone was casting for Elvis. Vanessa later agreed that he had found his calling in that moment and that he was destined for the role. Number 3. Start of his career. Before he made it big in this movie, he was a relatively unknown actor in the circles of Hollywood. He had had a minor role in Quentin Tarantino's movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and before this, he even appeared on iCarly. Funnily enough, in the episode that he had appeared in, Carly asked him whether he could sing. If you're a fan of the CW show Arrow, you might have also been aware of Austin Butler, since he had a minor role in one season of that show as well. It was clear from whatever role he had appeared in that he gave his all to it, and showed his full potential in every part, which is what he also did when he started to prepare for the role of Elvis. Number 2. Preparing for the role.
Thankfully, I had a year and a half before we started shooting, so I tried everything.
After he had found out that someone was auditioning for the role of Elvis, he started to fervently prepare for it. This was one of the biggest chances of his life, and he wasn't going to waste it. What he did with that was read up on every aspect of Elvis in his career. He also devoured each and every movie or documentary that had been made about Elvis. This was just the first step in his preparations because he also went ahead and talked with anyone and everyone who had some knowledge of Elvis and his actions. One of the things that he did, which wouldn't have occurred to any other person, was that he looked into who Elvis was as a man. Most often, when actors research a role, they just look at the career of the person they're going to be portraying and don't dive any deeper. But by going the extra mile, Austin Butler proved himself to be worthy of playing Elvis in the movie. Number 1. Exhausting audition process.
So I just feel, and they've just been so warm.
Yeah.
But even after he had prepared immensely for the role, his job hadn't been secured. But he still put him through a grueling audition process in the months to come. After his initial screen test, where he had sung That's All Right Mama, he spent 5 more months working on and perfecting the character of Elvis.
Well, there's an incredible amount of pressure, first off, that you feel, and responsibility.
Even after enduring so much, the director didn't let up when he called Austin to confirm to him that he had gotten the part. Austin recalled that the director had spoken as if he was downcast, which led him to believe that he hadn't gotten the part, but later he gave him the wonderful news and put his mind to rest. These were some of the details of Austin being inspired by his mother to play Elvis. Not only is the movie a great watch, but the background story of the actor makes it all the more enjoyable. That brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave a like. So until next time, take care and goodbye.